Sisters, I'm not an astrology expert, but what is going on in the heavens now, I think, has not happened for 6,400 years, since 4361 BCE, about 6,000 years ago. Remember what else started about 6,000 years ago? So Saturn and Neptune conjoined this morning, Pacific time, on February 20th, I believe, at 0.45 degrees, 0.45 degrees Aries, which is the symbolic start of the zodiac. So people keep saying this, but this truly is a reset moment, according to Devi, the evil genius. The meaningful window, if you're seeing this in a couple days, it doesn't matter. The meaningful window is till about the end of February. So let's think about the meaning of 6,000 years ago. As you sisters well know, the beginning of worldwide patriarchy is traced to roughly 6,000 years ago. And yes, I know it happened at different times in different places. We all know this. Maria Gimbutas, Gerda Lerner, many wise women teach us. But patriarchy starting 6,000 years ago is a generally agreed upon general time frame. So when patriarchy began in about 4000 BCE, Saturn and Neptune conjoined in 0 degrees Aries, same as this morning. That's my understanding. Saturn-Neptune periods are about the themes of reality versus illusion, structure versus idealism, and here's an important one for us, accountability versus escapism. When this happened 6,000 years ago, the terrible trajectory of illusion that men catastrophically decided upon, the illusion underpinning patriarchy, arose. What is that illusion? Well, patriarchy, of course, is based on many illusions and many lies, but here are a couple. Number one, who is the rightful leader of humanity? Who counts as human and who is less than human? And you see this in the concept of men dominating, the reality, not just the concept, the reality of men dominating women. And two, the second illusion, failure to see reality, is who is responsible for giving life, which you can see the patriarchal reversal, as Mary Daly calls them. You can see that in the really hilariously ridiculous idea of the creator being male, only male. We know that men are not the rightful leaders of humanity. We see that the patriarchal system of male domination, while, yes, it has lasted for thousands of years, is the most life-denying system for civilization ever created by the human mind. It has caused untold harm to women, to children, to Mother Nature, and to men themselves, of course, although most men have a hard time seeing that even after all this time. And of course, it is not men who birth life. That's why, as a life system, patriarchy is based on the illusion that men are the rightful leaders, that male domination is the best system for human beings to live under. But no illusion lasts forever. Thank heavens. It can't, because Mother Nature always eventually reasserts herself with reality. And men can deny it for a while. But just like the celestial bodies in the sky, reality with a capital R always eventually returns to set things right. Every empire of domination, of cruelty has fallen. The Assyrian, the Persian, the Roman, the Byzantine, the Mongol, the Ottoman, the Spanish, the British. We all know this. We all know this. So this is an amazing time when the planets are in unusual and rare alignment to help conscious humans reassert reality with a capital R again. So remember, Saturn and Neptune conjoined 0 degrees Aries. That's the beginning of something new. Saturn is about structure, the plan, the institutions. Neptune is about idealism, the vision, the better world picture. This is a time when the celestial themes are about illusion versus reality, structure versus idealism, escapism versus accountability. Patriarchy is based in unhealthy illusions. Matriarchy is based in true, healthy reality. If you study it, you see that. Patriarchy is rooted in the attempt at escapism, trying to escape from the consequences of its own bullshit. Woman-honoring societies, on the other hand, are based in reality, how things actually work, healthy boundaries, and real accountability for what's really going on. Patriarchy is a false structure. Woman's leadership is rightful, life-supporting idealism. Isn't that right, Debbie? 6,000 years ago, a very bad system created by men, for men, about men, a system with bad institutions got put in place. A death cult. Patriarchy is a death cult of control, and it will fall eventually. And the Epstein Files situation is a perfect example of all of this. Epstein and all his criminal friends are just the latest example of how men can put a definite structure in place to abuse women. It was based in the illusion that these criminal men and a very few collaborating women had the right to do so, were entitled by their self-created position of dominance to do so. They all escaped detection for many years, until now. The illusion of patriarchy is literally beginning its collapse now. The cruel criminal structure that Epstein and friends, all of that is being exposed, and that signals the beginning of its collapse. Epstein himself was eliminated. Those men in the evil structure they created for their own ego gratification, their own lust, their own desire to steal Shakti. Patriarchy is basically a system of theft. They are being exposed, and one by one they are falling from their great heights that they put themselves up on. Patriarchy puts some select few on a pedestal. Monarchy is the ultimate pedestal. There are no pedestals in matriarchy. Even though brave women came forward years ago, these men have escaped justice for the most part for quite a long while now. But now, I think accountability is arriving. Those who were previously up high on pedestals are falling off. Can you say, Deepak Chopra? The stars say so. We women say so. The arrest of former Prince Andrew is a very important marker. Why, we may well ask, are some people considered royal and the rest of us are not? Because part of the illusion of patriarchy is that some are entitled to be elevated, some are better than others, some are separate from the rest of us. They are more deserving of riches, of the right to rule. This is all a false structure created thousands of years ago. The people who are considered royal now are just the patrilineal bloodline descendants of men who thousands of years ago were both willing and able to dominate others with their physical strength, their mental cunning, and their ego willingness to falsely claim to be better than the rest of us. Royal families are not noble. Their great-great-great-great-great-grandfathers took what they wanted at the point of a sword. That's all. The so-called royalty of today are just people whose great-grandfathers were violent criminals. The same kind of criminals we see ruining life for everyone today. Your claws are so sharp. True nobility is what we talk about in the Queen teachings. The true Queen, go ahead, you go on now. The true Queen serves her people without ego. She stands as a center holder for good vision, for good values, for healthy boundaries, for a group, for shared good. She never puts herself above them. She never considers herself better than anybody else. She never takes anything by force, ever. A queen does not become a true queen because of any bloodline or any forcing of power. A true queen is allowed to be in place by the people of a realm. It is the people of any given realm that allow her to serve them as their queen because she is capable of and willing to serve them well. That's all. That's what true nobility is. A realm is anything you're 100% responsible for. And you are a good queen of your realm if you have two qualities in combination. Number one, you are capable of serving well. You have the necessary vision, experience, good judgment, and strength of character to serve your people. And number two, you are willing to put your ego aside and serve those in your realm for the good of all. That's all. That's all a queen is. The so-called royal Andrew certainly did not serve his people well. He served only himself and his own dismal desires that hurt so many women. And he was arrested yesterday. I'm sure you've all seen the rather hilarious picture of him looking completely shocked. Well, that is the reality of the Great Mother asserting herself now. No so-called royal in Britain has been arrested in over 400 years. I think the last king, I think the last royal to be arrested in Britain was King Charles in 1647, who was accused of treason by Parliament. And then I think he was executed 2 years later. So that happened 400 years ago. Nothing has happened in between. But Andrew was arrested yesterday, and that is some Saturn structure happening right there, right in front of us. Finally, finally, on our behalf. This is new. The stars are right now telling us that we women have the best chance right now of setting things right again. And that's our tagline for the Museum of Woman, the power of woman to set things right again. We have the best chance of doing that right now with the help of the celestial alignment since this terrible system of patriarchy began 6,000 years ago. We women have the power right now to continue the further collapse of these terrible patriarchal institutions that have never served life, but which have been harming us, women, and our children for millennia. We women have the power right now to, with Neptune's help, we have the power to envision new ways of living. And with Saturn's structural help, we can create these new institutions to structure that better vision. The heavens are telling us that right now we have the best chance since patriarchy began to successfully challenge patriarchal illusions, all this escapism, this lack of accountability. We can challenge it with our better woman's way of life, our affirming way of life, the reality of woman's rightful leadership of humanity. This is the astrological moment when patriarchy's fantasies are going to be put to the test, when structure, when systems and institutions rooted in patriarchy's bullshit can really start to fall. And we are seeing this in the news. We are seeing that this is the astrological moment, perhaps, that when what is of woman, the good mother, shared good, justice, right relationship with all life, compassion, all of that can rise across the globe. This is our moment, sisters. This is a rare moment supported by all the heavenly bodies, by Neptune, by Saturn. This is an opening to begin again. And the stars are coming into alignment for us to begin the end of the old story of domination and to really focus on creating new structures that honor women, that balance power, that rebuild society on a partnership model in a woman-honoring culture. It's also a 1 year, as we've talked about before, time of new beginnings in numerology. And it's also the year of the fire horse in Chinese astrology, which we also talked about earlier. This is powerful energy moving forward for those who have a plan. 6,000 years ago, we lived very differently. We lived in small tribes. We were mostly separated from other tribes. Cruel men were able to physically dominate women and children. And patriarchy has been a civilizational illusion, an entrenched belief that domination is natural, that women's subordination and oppression by men is justified. But humanity has evolved in these last 6,000 years. The illusion is now exposed. Millions of you women are seeing it. Our brave sisters who exposed Epstein and those who a couple of years ago brought forth the Me Too movement, these sisters have brought to the clear light of day the escapism patriarchy wishes were possible. But it isn't. It will not continue. You cannot put that genie back in the bottle. We women already have the powers of Neptune. Let us use the discipline of Saturn to build our new woman-honoring institutions, our new woman-centered structures that serve life. What serves woman serves life. This we know. Now, this may take some time. Maybe I won't see the results even in my lifetime, but I have never been as optimistic and heartened and encouraged as I am now. And I've been working on this stuff since I was 15. We are living in a man-made time where illusion is more and more trying to compete with truth. You see it all around you. Screens are showing us more and more fake things. This is a form of backlash. Thank you, Susan Faludi. This is a form of backlash to what women can bring to life. So you see it all around you. We are headed towards indistinguishability, which is the term that they're using for when AI will be so good that the average person will not be able to tell the difference between a real video of real people and an entirely AI generated fake one. So this, while I'm optimistic, it's also a dangerous time if we don't stay grounded in reality. And also, identity is up for grabs with the intrusion of trans ideology attempting to further subvert the power of woman's actual body, the body of the life giver, as it attempts to claim that power falsely. That's another illusion that will not be able to stand in the face of actual reality. But right now we have the entire universe aligning in the vault of the great cosmic mother's heaven, aligning with us now. So let's just ramp up. Let's save humanity from evil illusion. Let's start with our own lives. Number one, get clear on your own reality, your own values. What is real to you? Saturn loves clarity and structure. Saturn helps you clearly structure your own good life, your real life. We have to be strong and clear personally right now. So maybe if you wish, write down what you know to be true for you, what you value, the true, real things in your life that you value. Maybe add what you're no longer willing to tolerate in your life. Talk about what your life means to you. Get a vision clear for yourself if you don't already have one. Believe me, if you don't have a vision for your life, someone will make one for you, and I guarantee you, you will not like it. Whether you're just starting out in life or whether you're like me, you're in your 70s, in your final chapter of life, every woman needs a vision to guide her, to navigate her life by. So what is the best vision that you can conceive of for your very own self? Write it down, find or make a picture that sums that vision up for you somehow. Neptune works through images and feelings. So post that on your calendar, maybe on your bathroom wall, any place where you could see it several times every day. Immerse yourself in your own vision. What are the intentions that you have associated with your vision? Saturn is really good at helping you set intentions. So stop disaster visualizing the life that you're afraid of that's going to happen to you in the future and start focusing on the life you are wanting. Anxiety is the most destructive thing ever. Anxiety is praying for what you don't want. Stop it. Fear is the killer. Fear shrinks you. Fear destroys your ability to create. 2, Neptune's negative side is the possibility of getting lost in confusion. And if we're not careful, if we don't have a plan clearly in place, we can get lost in confusion. So let us stop doom scrolling, stop watching all films that deal with dystopia, horror, murder, betrayal, all the stuff that most movies are made of these days. For your entertainment, choose light comedy, something uplifting, or at least drama that resolves well in a life-affirming way. Sometimes I start watching a movie, but if I see that it is gory or what I call deadening, meaning it focuses on life-denying qualities, if it is part of the death and suffering cult of what I call average and awful men, I shut it off immediately. Particularly, do not ever watch movies that are about women being abused or murdered. And don't ever watch a screen on numb. When you watch numbly, when you watch passively, you are allowing another person, usually an awful man, screenwriter, to install his life-denying nightmare into your consciousness. And this will harm you in ways you can't even begin to imagine. So pay attention now, more than ever, to how all incoming information is affecting your nervous system. 3, be real, eat real, drink real water, not soda. You need a sweet? Eat a real strawberry, not a Snickers. Limit anything fake in your life. Step up your proper boundaries. Stop allowing the fake pressure of this patriarchal world and so-called influencers to push you into their reality. Their reality is not made to help you. News right now is 80% propaganda. It's not entirely real. It is biased and it is adjusted to rage bait you. You know that saying, if it bleeds, it leads. They know that, but so do you. Limit its influence. You can't do anything about most of it anyway, half a world away. Stop allowing the fake, contrived pressure of this patriarchal world to push you. Stick with your own reality, your next door neighbor, your own neighborhood, your own community, your own city. What's happening there is real, and you can influence that in a real way, a good way. It's close to home. Focus on the real beauty of nature. Start making stuff instead of buying stuff. Stock up on real canned or dried food and water in case the supply chain breaks. 4, spirituality is not organized religion. Spirituality is nothing more than your beautiful relationship with all that is. Spirituality is realizing that no matter what it looks like, there is only one of us. And you are the physical emanation in this plane of existence of an aspect of that one, of Goddess, the one there is only one of. Recognizing that every day is the only way you can have any real power in your life. Make an altar. Keep images of your life vision on it. Keep it clean and fresh. Meditate and pray. Meditation is listening to the divine. Prayer is speaking to the divine. Meditation is going quiet, open, like a clear open sky, ready for messages to come singing to you through the sacred ether. Prayer is holding your vision in your mind, not asking for anything, certainly not ever begging for anything, which implies that you are in lack, and that's never a good place to start. Just hold your vision in your mind. Just hold it. Center yourself in wholeness and act from that center, especially when you think no one is watching. You are always watching, and your opinion of yourself matters more than anything else. Make your word law. Only promise that which you know you will deliver. If you keep breaking your word to yourself and to others, the deeper you, the essential you, begins to believe that nothing you say is true. When you believe nothing you say is true, your visioning and your vision board and all your spoken affirmations, they are useless. If you say you're not going to snack after dinner and you break that, and you do that repeatedly, you weaken your power to create in this physical plane. So make your word law. If you don't think you can keep it, don't promise it. Make your word law. Neptune needs a healthy outlet, or it dribbles away into confusion. So every moment, live in your chosen state of spiritual consciousness. Compassion for all with healthy, life-affirming boundaries. And finally, if you can, make your peace with uncertainty. Many people use astrology to try to arrive at certainty in their lives, particularly for their future. Astrology can illuminate themes and patterns, but it cannot predict. Life is always spontaneously unfolding. We are always co-creating with our combined consciousness. In the physical world, in this material reality, there is no certainty. While you're in this body, there will never be any absolute certainty. So just decide to be okay with that, because uncertainty in the physical world is a base requirement, the law of creation. If everything were certain, if everything were fated, if everything were destined, if everything were already set in stone, true newness, true creation of something fresh and new would not be possible. It is the uncertainty that makes creation in the physical world possible. And if we came here to express joyful creation in the most beautiful way we know how, then we need to be okay. We need to settle and be okay with uncertainty. Make peace with that. Who knows what will happen? Set your intention, hold it like a good queen. That's your power. If something else happens, roll with it and remember your intention. Maybe the universe is just testing you to see if you were really serious. Maybe the universe is opening a surprise door to an unexpected path to your original intention, a path that you never even thought of, a path that will benefit you even more greatly. What it means to be a good queen of your realm is that no matter the outward circumstances, you hold your center. You do the best you can for yourself and for everyone else with the resources you have at hand. For now, if you wish, stay in your state of spiritual consciousness. Choose compassion over fear. Neptune's greatest expression is said to be empathy. Saturn's greatest expression is said to be responsibility. Join together empathy and responsibility, or you could say compassion and boundaries, create what has always been woman's wisdom. Choose something large or something small to focus on right now for yourself and work on building that thing. Saturn loves and supports slow, steady, clear effort in the physical world, in structure. Just one thing. Just start with one thing. We women are awake, we are grounded, we are life-affirming, and we are these things all at the same time. Neptune helps us envision, and Saturn helps us make it real. So how do you want to show up as this new cycle begins? Because the cycle is happening, whether you're clear or not. What matters is how you meet the new. This window is open until the end of February, astrologically, but it really is very malleable. It can go on past that. So there's no pressure. It's just be aware. Be aware that you are here now. What matters is that you walk in the world as the good queen you are. Blessed be. The Museum of Woman. The power of woman to set things right again.